It all began back in 1999 when I was born in the middle of my parents' university. And the situation back then was very horrible and stuff. I did not grow up precisely rich. By that I mean I was freaking poor. So um I had to I went from a lot of struggles as a kid. I grew up basically in the 80s, being in the 2000s, because I was surrounded by this very old looking house, like mature people already, and this very old technology. Like the freaking TV was a vending machine, and it has antennas. Have no remote. You have to manually put the channel on, like the only three channels this country have, for your auntie to stop shouting at your ass. The situation was very rough. It cultivated this mindset within me of scarcity. And actually, I learned to see that defines you as a person if you let it defines you. And you start to see in life this whole completely different way, and it start to affect you a lot. So, I'm gonna go straight to the point. I am 20 years old, have almost no skill learned. I don't even know how to freaking drive a car. I never touched one. I'm very bad with girls, like in terms of results. I'm currently in a career I don't wanna study, and I've changed, and I've been kicked out from 4 universities already. So my situation is very, very, I wouldn't say hard, crucial here. It's very crucial. It's very defining right now. Why am I doing this? I've been basically recording stuff since I'm 12 years old. Why didn't I upload nothing? Well, because of what I just told you. I was making a sketch or something like that. Like that intro you saw is from the video I was gonna upload instead of this one. But I realized I didn't have to upload that video because why don't I think I'm enough? Why do I have this in my mind like, oh, the first one was like, oh, I'm gonna upload this and I'm gonna be very serious so people won't know my vulnerable and funny side, so I don't have to show that side of me. And the second one was like, oh, I'm gonna upload this very funny sketch because maybe if I make them laugh, they won't see through my eyes and see that I'm a fucking loser. And that's fine. I am a loser. That's my point right now. I lived 20 years. No, I've been existing 20 years. And I'm done with it. The thing is though, I let myself get affected of all that stuff that went through my way since I've been growing up. Like I remember one time when I did go out to play with the kids in the block outside, like in the night and stuff, because I come from a town. So like we used to hang out and like we usually lend people our stuff for them to lend our stuff. So I didn't have much, or at least not what older kids liked. It was the times of the PS2 and I only had this console that is like an arcade with 100 and plus games, but they only have 10. So like my situation was very like going backwards basically. So I wanted to go in this skate. I saw these kids like jumping on it and making cool stuff with it, and I I wanted to do it. I wanted to learn. I wanted to yeah, yeah, to use it. And like I did not have to any money to buy a skate. So um I went there and asked a cousin for him to lend the guy something so I could use the skate. And I did not make it. Long story short, I step on it and fall again and again, and I was not able to use it whatsoever. And they charged me. I still remember it because it affects everything since then, and not just that. They charged me. They basically told me that I cannot step on a skate never again. Because no matter how hard I try, no matter what good intentions I have with it, no matter how many times I won't never, I would never, I would never, I wouldn't ever can do it. I won't make it. No matter how many times I'll do it, I won't make it. And I've heard this in my life more times than you could ever believe. Like here in my culture, it's very important to stuff. With boys, playing football. It's very important for bonding. It's like your main go-to in order to bond with guys when you're a teenager or a kid. And with girls, it's dancing. Like, it's your main go-to once you know her and want to go out with her, or like if you want to skip the knowing part. So like you could have anything, no more like nothing. You can have nothing in your favor, like no looks whatsoever, nothing within your brain, no charisma at all. Being like a like a portion of waste chemicals mixed with jelly that moves like this in the floor. But if you dance good here, you can get a chick to your home in 2 hours or less. So that's how important dancing it is here. And I said that I heard that more times than you can ever count because in every situation that mattered here I was put into, I failed. And I let it affect me. I tried to learn dancing and I was told, don't ever do it in your life again. You're not good at this. I tried to play football and everybody laughed. I tried to upload a YouTube video when I was 12 with my trashy looking camera that was from a Nokia brick that could buy a house built. And I didn't do it. I was afraid of what people might think, afraid of failure, afraid of success, afraid of everything. And that's what I wanted to tell you today. Why do you have to be afraid of what other people think? Like, why do you have to act based in the mind chemical reactions of other people? If that sounds stupid, that's because it is. Like when you do certain stuff and you're like doing your stuff thinking how the neighbor, your friend, your cousin, your girlfriend, your boyfriend might react. Like, try to answer it. Why do you think it's that? If you know that you don't have control of outside things, that is not yourself, why do you still try to impress others? And more than that, why you suppress yourself many times in order for others to feel comfortable around you. That's the worst part, isn't it? Like, you could shine, you can shine more than everyone else. Maybe you have a very deep, within hide talent. You're not letting it shine because somebody hurt you in the past. The past is the past. Now is now. You are you, and everybody's everybody. But you are you. That's the important part. Sorry, I think I have ADHD. Like, I'm winging this. I had this scripts here, a lot of scripts for this video. All of this shit. All of this shit is me trying to compensate for something I am. Yeah, and I care. I really like. I would really like to make a good video and show my love for cameras that I have since I'm a kid, and show my love for other people also. But I was trying to compensate for my lacking. And I don't want you to do that. I'm 20 years old. I don't know how to even drive a fucking car. I've spent most of my life killing myself with junk food and escaping myself in my reality with video games and series. I've done nothing. Nothing. The only thing that I think that I'm doing good is this video, and it's not out yet. In fact, I'm learning how to edit this right now as I speak to you, because I don't know shit. I have no skill. I'm a fucking loser. As I told you before, here dancing is very important, and I was very complex. Dude, I'm space here, and English is not even my main language. I'm speaking in English because that's my first dare to myself. Because I hate that I'm good at the language and I have the knowledge in about everything into it, and I just hate that I look like I don't have the knowledge of it because of my anxiety and fear. So my brain got confused and I start to put words where they do not belong in. So this is my first dare to myself, putting myself out there in a language that is not mine. This is my step out of my comfort zone. So I'm trashing myself and I hate that. My ego hates that. But like, if I actually think that I'm making progress in my life, because I'm fucking late, I'm very late. This is late for me. I'm 20 years old. I only had one girlfriend. My only accomplishment in life is knowing how to play shooter games and probably trash you at it. Or like having 400 hours and plus into a Fallout 4, or like I'm fucking embarrassed. Or like, I'm struggling to think into something that I know that I can do. I spend most of my life assisting to. Okay, to wrap this around, given the case that it's in the morning now, I want you to know this. I'm a fucking failure. I've been a fucking failure in existence 20 years of my life. My existence was based on fear of the outcome, anxiety of what other people might think, nervousness around women, and all in all, just existence. So I know now that if I look back and see that when I had 20, I had my moment to make my 12-year-old child's dream come true, or at least like try. I would regret it totally. I would hate it because I would know that I lived the life that I was being told to live. I lived the life that it was socially acceptable and comfortable, in order to not step out of my comfort zone and actually do and take something that matters to me and try it. Because my fucking cell phone is a very awful piece of trash. It went out and I told a very important part that I was basically a freak. Because I went through a lot of phases. I went from this phase of having friends when I'm in 5th grade, finally, from this phase of neglecting myself and the things that I feel to please a God that is there to punish me, and also fear a dad that is almost always blowing up, or like trying to get his attention, because even if he said he wanted me close, he didn't. Like, he treated me with money, and like he didn't want me. He didn't even want me at all. There were a few times that I can count, but more than that. So, because of doing this, I probably will end up in the street. I don't know about that. That's a possibility. And well, moving on from that phase, I was into depression, hatred, and numbness. I was sent to a psychiatric. This is what happens when you have a cell phone that can barely hold the video 5 minutes longer after you record a 10-minute video. So what I was trying to say here, because I already had a big pump shouting and everything to the camera, and I realized that it never went through. So I was very, very, very down, and I didn't want to upload that. So, but I'm just doing it for the sake that I want to my first videos to look trashy, in order for me to actually have an evolution in this. So what I was trying to say is that I had my first friends when I was in 5th grade, like very late. I had a lot of phases in my life. I went from a freak to another kind of type of freak, and it didn't help me a lot having troubles at home, like
my father is a very explosive man, and also like my mother was very Christian at the time, so I was very afraid to displease a God that was going to punish me for showing my desires, because since ever since I was a kid, I always struggled to show my intentions around people, not even around women, but around people. I was always afraid of the outcome because I was shouted at and hit. I was hit a lot also, and um, I just fear the displacement because the displacement meant that I was gonna get into pain. And yeah, the end up in street bar was is totally real. It might happen in the near future.